What is the latest in the Alex Jones trial?
Yeah, absolutely. Just finishing up on the stand right now is Bill Aldenberg. Aldenberg is an FBI agent, and he was actually a first responder on that day in December of 2012. He was part of the FBI SWAT team that actually responded in Newtown, Connecticut. And, you know, from a legal perspective, he covers a lot of ground for the plaintiffs here. First and foremost, he was able to speak firsthand to the carnage he saw that day. One of the questions that he was asked while he was on the stand was, you know, what do you make of the notion that there were actors inside Sandy Hook Elementary School on that day? And, you know, he couldn't even answer the question. He just sort of cried and got emotional and said it was awful. He repeated it was awful over and over again. Second, he was able to confirm some of the police reports that we have seen regarding the harassment that these families dealt with. He essentially said they had death threats, prank phone calls, people saying that not only did their child not exist, but that they were actors and following a script of some kind. He had firsthand knowledge of those kinds of calls into the FBI and into the local police force here. And lastly, he ended up being a subject of the harassment himself. He said that essentially people online, conspiracy theorists online, started comparing him to the father of Ben Wheeler. Ben Wheeler is one of the students killed during the Sandy Hook massacre, and saying that him and Ben Wheeler's father, David Wheeler, were the same person, essentially. And so not only is he able to speak to some of the harassment that these families were dealing with, but he ultimately dealt with harassment himself.
Wow, what compelling testimony. It's amazing to hear the details of what the testimony looks like today. And let's talk now, let's shift a little bit, Jamal, and talk about the opening statements. What were some of the major takeaways that you would share from those opening statements?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, because this case in a lot of ways mirrors what we saw in Austin, Texas less than 2 months ago, nearly identical defamation cases, we have some of the same points being made on the plaintiff's side. You know, the judge in this case, as well as in Texas, has already ruled against Alex Jones, finding him liable for a defamatory speech. So this case isn't necessarily about will Alex Jones pay, but it's about how much. And so one of the big takeaways for the plaintiff's side was that you have to give a judgment in this case that is large enough to make Alex Jones and those like him go away for good. I want to play a little bit of the plaintiff's attorney making that point. Listen.
But somewhere out there right now is another family getting their kids ready for school, fixing their lunches, going to work, picking up their kid. And there can be a day when that child doesn't come home from school. And we know it, and it's sad, and that's reality. And the question is going to be, where is Alex Jones when that happens? Is he in the studio? Getting ready to pounce? Or will you stop him?
Now, another major point that we heard on the plaintiff's side was drawing a direct line between Alex Jones' conspiracy theories and the profit that he made, essentially saying that all of this was on purpose, and that after he made these conspiracy theories about the Sandy Hook shooting, that he saw his subscribers, his views, the visits, the unique visits to his website go up by 30% in the weeks following the Sandy Hook massacre, essentially arguing that Alex Jones knew exactly what he was doing and that he profited from it.